Wake up!
Get up
You get out of bed this instant.
and turn it on. Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman. The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to Rockstar Fit Monday with Rockstar Arms. Natalie Dau. Good morning, Nat.
Good morning, guys. Monday, here we are again.
Yes.
Good morning. How was your weekend, Nat?
My weekend was good. I feel like I'm hungover after doing sundown because my sleep pattern is all over the place. But at least it was healthy. At least I wasn't out clubbing, I guess.
That is true. Was that on Saturday night, was it?
Saturday night, yes. 11:30 start. So certainly a late one.
Wow, okay.
I'm surprised you did it, Nat.
Yeah.
I mean, you do go to bed rather early, right? I'm sure you're in bed by, 10?
9:30, 10, yeah. So it was hard.
So what do you do to prepare for something like this that completely switches your routine around?
Yeah, I didn't do any nighttime running. It was more of a training run for me. So I just tried to nap during the day and take it easy. But what everyone struggles with and talking to people at the race was what time do they eat? How do they feel for it? Because it's such a late race. So it's really a tricky one.
You see how good she is at this, right? Because she's like, yeah, it was just a training race for me. Everybody else is she's like, this is a walk in the park, and I'm just doing it for the fun of it.
But it must have been different, though, running that race with no audience out there, with no spectators. You know what I mean?
There were so many people out there.
I mean, at midnight,
Yeah.
you had... That's crazy.
There were lots of, which was great, lots of running communities out there cheering people on at different points on the course. So, good on them staying up till gosh knows what hour to cheer on strangers. It was great.
That must have been nice.
That must have been amazing, because I would imagine that time of the morning, you're not going to get very many people out.
Because, is it a serious race? I don't think it can be considered a serious race, right?
There's people obviously trying to do their personal best, but to run that time at night and to run a really fast time is super hard. There was some prize money and prizes involved, but it's not a sanctioned race, so you're not sort of setting national records at it.
Okay. Did you see anyone pass out?
No, I didn't. I saw a couple of ambulances, but I didn't see anyone pass out.
Oh,
Yeah.
so these days, I mean, with the heat and everything, there's a lot more risk of people being dehydrated or sort of passing out from heat stroke or whatever it is. What should one do if they're out and about and see a situation like that?
It's always $1 million question. Firstly, stop and help. Too many people walk past and don't help. I think that the easy thing to remember is DRS ABC. Check for danger for the D, check for a response, ask if the person's okay, shout for help. Like, don't be scared to ask other people for help. Call 995. Or if you have the My Responder app, use that. Ask for an AED. You'll see those AEDs all along the parkway connectors now, which are fantastic. Check their breathing and then check early CPR, because if the person isn't breathing, for every sort of minute that something isn't done, then their chance of survival goes down by 10% quite fast. And people are scared to do CPR, but it's not about mouth to mouth anymore. It's 100 to 120 compressions per minute. So something is better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I always say, right? I mean, just picture yourself in that person's position. You'd want someone to help you.
Of course.
Right? But as Nat says, some people, they just choose to ignore the situation because they're afraid to be liable, maybe.
Blamed.
One
for
is
anything,
liable.
yeah.
They're afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah, but you have to go down there and help. Even if you can't do CPR,
Call.
yell for help.
Yeah,
You know what
whatever.
I mean?
Absolutely.
So, let's not just ignore situations and just walk by.
Yeah. Hey, Natalie, before we go to the Big Show TV, we have a topic that we're asking today, and we want to find out from you, what was the first music album you owned?
It was Dire Straits. Dire Straits' Money for Nothing,
Money for
I
Nothing.
think it was. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That was an awesome album.
Such a good
such
one.
a good album.
Okay.
Awesome album. Oh my goodness. Money for Nothing. That
Yeah.
track,
It's
I
such
tell
a
you,
good
is such a timeless classic.
It is. Let us know what your album was. WhatsApp us at 88550920.
Still makes me feel shook after all these years.
Yeah.
All right, it's Monday, the 22nd of May.
Kiss 92 Day Check brought to you by Gain City's Maximum.
Does that make me
Okay.
sound cooler than Wham or Duran Duran or something?
Yes, wait, very cool, very cool.
It was my first concert was Dire Straits as well. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
You caught
Yeah.
them live. Oh my goodness.
My goodness,
Yes,
yeah.
I know. It was Walk of Lifetime and everything. It's so cool. Yeah.
Okay, let's work out with Rockstar Arms.
All right, guys. Today we're going to use the wall, so a bit of a different workout for you. So this is a wall workout. We're going to do some slides, some push-ups, wall sit, side plank, and calf raise, all using this. We're doing 45 seconds on and 15 seconds off. So we're going to start first and foremost against the wall, hands up above our head, and we're just going to keep our shoulders on the wall, our butts on the wall, and raise our arms up and down. Now, some people who have bad shoulder mobility might struggle doing this. That's okay. You know, your arms may come off a little bit, but this is a great one really to work your back muscles, surprisingly, and your shoulders. So stay here, a really good stretch as well. And the more you do this, like anything, the better you'll get at it. It's a really great test of mobility. All right, hang in there. Really feel those back muscles working. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to flip it round and do a push-up. So I'll do it at a bit of an angle so you can see me better. Hands are on the wall just in front of our face. We've got our legs back. We've stretched out and we're going to control the movement in and then out. So it's not so much about the push-up with this one. It's the controlling the in. So think of it almost as a reverse push-up, keeping those arms nice and close into our bodies. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, just bring your arms down a little bit further. But same position as a normal push-up. Keeping our legs straight. We're not collapsing in. We're not leaning forward with our hips. And we're also not sticking our butts out. So nice and straight like a plank. Couple more seconds here. Feel those triceps. All right, shake that out. Can't get away with without doing a wall sit if we're doing a wall workout. So this one, we're going down and sitting on a chair. Back against the wall. Make sure your lower back is against the wall too. And you can either sit with hands out or hands on knees. Now you're going to feel this in about 10 seconds. Your legs may start to shake. Just try and hold it here. Try not and break it. As I said, just wherever your hands are most comfortable. This is a really, really good one to work on your quads or on your glutes as well. So even if you're just walking around the house doing this a couple of times a day, just holding it in for 20 seconds, it really is a great workout to strengthen your legs. Okay, a few more seconds, looking good. Okay, up we get. We're going to side plank it now. So we're going to put our arm on the wall. Our legs are going to be out as far as we can. So I want you to see if you can do it on one foot. And then let's put our arm out. So again, we're trying to lean our hip into the wall a little bit without collapsing. Arm out. We're going to flip it halfway through. So leaning in a little bit. All right, let's flip it over now. Same thing. So just like you would do a side plank on the ground, we're doing the same here. So you really want to clench your butt here. Really think about your abs as well. That's what should be really working here. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to finish off working our calves with some calf raises. So again, these, we're going to split halfway through because these will be quite full on. We're going to get into a running position. So our leg is in front. And we're going up and down. So a bit different than maybe what you're used to with just the straight up and down. This way we're leaning into the wall. Nice controlled movement. The average person for a calf raise, you should be able to do, upwards of about 25 to 30. Let's change legs. So if you can't manage that many, it's a really good thing that you can work on anywhere. All right, keep going, last 10 seconds. Remember, we're really leaning forward into that running position here. 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Woo!
Nice.
All right, well done.
Nice work.
I
there.
needed that, man, for my back.
So
I could feel
Yes.
the crunch.
Yeah.
just for the arms,
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, a different workout.
Okay, we're going to go back, on the radio in just a while.
Yeah.
But okay, I want to ask you also, Annette, when it comes to running a night race, right? As you mentioned earlier on, right, kind of like throws you off. Not to knock the sundown marathon or anything like that, but is it healthy?
to throw
I
off
think
a routine.
Okay, I tell you what, Nat, never mind. I won't ask you
Okay.
this on air. Okay, I don't want to put the organizers in a. Okay, here we go. I'll ask you something else. Step up.
Kiss 92 traffic.
There are a couple of spots for you to look out for. The first is on the SLE towards the BKE. After Lento Avenue's exit, avoid the right lane. An accident has been reported. Also on the ECP towards the city, right after Still Road South's exit, a vehicle has broken down there. For anything else, WhatsApp us at 88550920.
All right, welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Rockstar Arms Natalie Dau, and I see Rockstar Fit on your wall there.
yes.
Just a reminder for everyone to download the Rockstar Fit app.
I love those neon signs. So, Natalie, today we're talking about what to do if we're out and about running, cycling, whatever it is, and we see someone who's having maybe a little bit of trouble breathing, or, someone who's completely passed out or fallen over or whatever it is. And you did tell us about the DRS ABC method that leads to CPR and asking for help and stuff like that. But what about those people that really don't want to get involved? You know what I mean? Because they think they might be liable and to be blamed for anything negative that might happen. Is blame legal? I mean, is it a legal thing? Can they be blamed for something if something happens and goes wrong?
Super interesting question. Legally, you don't have to stop and help unless you were the person that actually hurt them. But in Singapore, there is no Good Samaritan law like there are in other countries, which protects people from stopping and helping someone. So, it's a really fine line. You're protected in other countries. Here, you're not. But saying that, according to the Singapore Heart Foundation, no one has ever been sued or taken to court or put in jail for stopping to help someone. It's pretty hard to blame and find fault in someone that stopped to help someone. And actually, the Singapore Heart Foundation has pro bono services. So if the case ever does come and someone is sued for trying to save someone's life, they actually can provide legal services to help you.
Right. Okay.
Oh, that's nice to know. But what if, like, you see someone in the middle of the road, right? Because they've been running across and they faint in the middle of the road. I know the first rule is usually never move a body, right? If the person's unconscious. So what do we do then?
Stop
Yeah,
traffic.
so I guess,
Stop traffic.
Yeah, stop traffic. Absolutely, scream, ask for help would be the first thing. Ask other people to stop their car in front of the person or to whatever it is, and definitely call 995 as soon as you can. I think that's the key thing. Is everyone should have that plugged into their phone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think the most important thing is stopping to get help at least.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And not ignoring the whole situation.
And
Yeah.
everyone's got a phone these days, right?
Exactly.
So there's no excuse not to make that call.
At least with a call, you can't be held liable for anything.
Yeah, and then you make the call. You don't want to stop. Just make the call, move on if you want to, but at
Yeah.
least
Yeah.
make that call to get the help.
Yeah.
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 Okay, let's continue with the second set. We're working out with Natalie Dau, Rockstar Arms, on The Big Show TV. It is 8:14.
Kiss 92 time check brought to you by Putian. Fresh, crisp, and tender
All right,
Okay.
guys, we are good to go. And Glenn, I can answer that question if you want about the thing, so it's not a problem.
Okay. All right. So
All right, guys. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm happy to answer it later.
okay.
All right, guys, we're going to go back to those wall slides. Not a problem. Getting ready. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. These ones, randomly, I'll stand in a lift if I'm the only person in a lift and do these ones sometimes, just if you need a good stretch. And a good one to do in the office if you want to stretch your back out. But they really do, if you're doing them properly, they are really working those back muscles. As I said, try and keep your arms on the wall at all times, and your butt and your lower back as well. 10 seconds more of these. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, shake that out. We've got those push-ups now. Again, let's go as far out, keeping good form. Bringing your hands down if you want that extra workout this time. And we're thinking about our triceps. So keeping those elbows in tight. A good one if you're not so confident on the ground doing a full push-up. This is good practice. And as I said, we're focused on the going down as much as we are on the pushing out here. That's it, just don't hit your head on the wall. 15 seconds. Working on those bye-bye wings. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, shake that out. Down to our lovely wall sits. Getting ready, don't go too early. You might need all the energy you can get. Down we go. And off we go. I mean, I can't say it enough how good these exercises are. You will see your quads popping if you're doing these properly. So you're really feeling those muscles working. You'll feel it near your knees. That's okay. It's going to be uncomfortable. Just breathe with it. You can get through, anyone can get through the next 20 seconds. Hold it here. If you get really good at these, what's great is to grab something like a medicine ball or even a dumbbell and hold it in front of you as well, just for some extra challenge. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay. We're going to work on our abs now with that side plank. Remember, we'll swap halfway through on our arm. Good job. Holding it here. That's it, arm up. And of course, if you want a bit of an extra, we can be moving that leg if you're up for it. But just don't compromise your, let's change sides, your form. So if we go, let's go again. Really leaning into that wall. That's it, feeling those abs. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Onto our last exercise, which is those calf raises. So remembering, thinking we're going to be Usain bolting down the 100 meters, or I should say shanty. Okay, off we go. Really leaning forward, knees coming up. That's it. Not straight up and down, we're moving forward. Right, let's change legs now. Into the last 25 seconds. Good work, everyone. That's it. This is a great rehab exercise as well for your knees. So it'll strengthen all the muscles around it. Few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Nice work.
Nice one. Thank you very much for working out with Rockstar Arms, folks, and listening to The Big Show right here on Kiss 92. Our guest for this morning is Natalie Dau, of course, Rockstar Arms. Now, Nat, before we go back on the radio, I just want to ask you off air, is the Sundown Marathon healthy? Because I'm thinking it's going to just throw your body off a little bit, and, during that time, running a marathon, just running.
Just running.
Is that even good for the heart?
Yeah, so you know what? It's like anything. It's like being jet lagged. So, our time zones at some given time is all over the shop. So, number one, if you're running a Sunday marathon, you should be a marathon runner. It shouldn't really be your first marathon because there's too much stress on the body. So you should have done enough training to be confident to run a marathon. I wouldn't recommend it as your first, even though it is a little bit cooler. It was so humid out there. So it comes down to preparation, the hydration, the eating, all of that, and then the recovery. So people have gone and done it, which is fantastic, but what are you doing to recover? Are you sleeping? Are you eating? Are you hydrating well? So like any race, like having bad jet lag, you've got to listen to your body and recover. So I hope everyone that is out there did it and didn't go crazy yesterday.
Yeah, I think first-timers run the Sundown Marathon all the time because they feel, it's cooler at night. But all of them are running with elevated heart levels already, heart rates.
Yes.
And that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, and absolutely. I know a lot of people that had elevated heart rates during it and actually were sick. So I felt like I was going to throw up the whole time because my body clock was out of whack. So people were overhydrating because it was so humid and they're drinking. Then their body didn't know what time of day it was. So unless you're used to that feeling or have experienced it, it can be a little bit scary for people. So again, I think that's why people don't do fast times. They actually slow it right down. A lot of people were walking.
What's the time frame in a build up to a night run like that normally?
Any marathon should be at least 12 weeks. You should do at least a 12-week block minimum of training. So, for someone doing it the first time, they should have actually done some evening runs and got themselves used to it. For someone that's maybe a little bit more seasoned, not as important because your body understands the stress you're going to put it through.
Okay, we're going to go back on air for our last talk set.
I don't wanna fall. I don't wanna fall in love alone.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Heavy traffic on all the usual roads, but also on the ECP towards the city after the Still Road South exit. Look out for a broken down vehicle. If you've got anything else going on out there, let us know by WhatsApping us at 88550920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Rockstar Arms Natalie Dau. We've been talking about what we should do should we come across someone who's passed out on the pavement. So, now that we've spoken about all that, what should we do to be more prepared for a situation like that, Nat?
Yeah, so I think, chances are it's going to happen to you one day. There's at least 3,000 heart attacks out in the general public that are away from home every year in Singapore, let alone other injuries from people. So download the My Responder app, number one. I didn't know about it for a long time, but if you call through that, they can actually find your exact location, which can be a big problem sometimes if you're calling for an ambulance and they can't find exactly where you are. Go and do a course on CPR. It's a couple of hours. Singapore Heart Foundation do them, Singapore Red Cross. Go and just spend a little bit of time doing that. You can do private courses with your friends, make it a fun afternoon, and brush up on your first aid. And I think if you've ever been someone that has been helped, to flip it is to say thank you to the people that stopped and helped you. I mean, I've sat with someone waiting for ambulances before, walked their bike home, gone and seen their family to let them know what had happened, and that, a lot of people don't say thank you for doing that. So if someone does stop and do that, encourage them to do it again the next time, I think is very, very important.
I had no idea about this My Responder app, and I've just downloaded it, and it's easy to set up. You can find it in your Play Store, and you can set it up through your SingPass.
Okay.
So it's by the
Oh, good.
SCDF. So I've
Okay.
just downloaded that because it could come in handy. I hope it doesn't, but
Always good to have on your phone, though.
always good to be prepared. Yes.
Thanks for letting us know about that, Nat.
Yeah.
The My
That's
Responder
what
app.
saving lives, guys. Yeah, there you go. The morning show saving lives.
Absolutely. One show at a time.
Everyone, download the My Responder app now, please.
You never know.
Thank you very much, Nat. Always great speaking to you.
Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic week ahead. Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
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 And that was Rockstar Arms, Natalie Dau. Don't forget to download the Rockstar Fit app as well. That's
Yes.
a very, very good app.
Absolutely.
Coming up very soon, our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia, to talk about robots replacing her.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, kind
I
of
love
like
his
yes.
interpretation of
Yeah.
everything is just so good.
It's whether AI can replace the dietitian as we know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Monday, the 22nd of May.
Kiss 92 Day Check brought to you by Gain City's Maximum.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
What movie did she watch?
That
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
made her come up with a topic like this.
But because AI is everywhere, right?
It's
I mean,
everywhere.
even in the news, they said that AI was cutting the need for security guards by half. Because instead of having them walk around the estate like they usually do, you have one in a command center, and he's looking at all the cameras and making sure that everything's in tip top, you know? So, yeah. Oh, Stephen has just asked why
where's
you're
my
not wearing
hat?
your hat. Yeah.
Yeah. I just realized I didn't have it on.
I didn't know it was mandatory.
Now it's I guess it's mandatory now.
but we've
Boss
seen
says wear it.
We've seen this gunny sack hat
I
before.
know, but
It's a
I
potato-
can't.
No, it's a coffee sack.
I can't
It's a
go out.
coffee sack.
I can't keep on going out and buying hats.
You don't
for
need.
everything.
Exactly.
Nobody
So
said you need to
would-
wear a different one
yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
What do I always say? If you can't sustain, don't
Don't do
start.
it.
Oh, shut up!
Yeah, that's
You
true.
should be buying a new hat all the time.
Expensive, man.
Well, you
If
started it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Anybody wants a hat ambassador? Let me know.
How much? So how much is this hat?
This one is not much. These are not much.
It's a gunny sack, as you
It's
said.
gunny sack,
It's just knowing how to
It's
sew it
jute.
into a beret.
Yeah, it's jute.
Yeah.
It's jute. It's a beret, right?
jute.
No.
It's not a beret.
Do you have a beret at home?
No,
Oh, why not?
because I can't find one that I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kangol used to do good ones. The
Yeah.
Australian one.
Yeah.
Kangol does ones.
Yeah,
nice
they,
ones.
they do very nice ones. I just can't find the color that I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what they say, right? If you wear hats all the time, you go bald.
This is true.
Yeah.
Because your scalp, it also depends on what kind of hats you wear, which is why some of your peak caps have a mesh so that your scalp can breathe.
But that's what they
Yeah.
say, lah. I don't think it's true.
Don't know how true it is.
No, I think it is. I think because I wear a lot of hats,
Yeah.
and sometimes if I'm in a hat a whole day, right, you come back and your scalp is just dripping.
Yeah, because
In
it's
Singapore
so
heat,
hot,
It's
yeah.
dripping. But if I'm wearing a Panama, I don't drip so much because the Panamas breathe.
Yeah, with my Panamas, I kind of get hot on the sides.
You get
Yeah.
around the
'Cause
rim,
it's the rim,
but your
yeah.
scalp doesn't get hot because the Panama can breathe. It's important that your hats can breathe. Like I've got some that are felt that are
hot.
leather and they don't breathe.
Better
And
for cold weather,
Better
right?
for cold weather, and those are very very hot to wear. Very very hot.
And
to
this one, the jute.
wear. The jute's not so bad.
Okay.
It's not so bad.
Here's Bibi.
Hey, Bibi.
Hey baby.
Looks like
Oh, we
What
can't
was
hear
that?
you.
looks like lots of fruit.
We can't hear her.
Hello. No, can't hear you.
No, can't hear you, baby.
So cute the way you're saying Bibi today.
Hey,
Bibi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Bibi.
Okay, she's gone out and in.
Oh, she's gone out again.
Sounds like you're calling her baby.
Yeah, it's like,
Baby.
Hey, I said BB.
hello. You're frozen now.
Okay,
Now you're frozen.
she's still out.
Yeah.
This is where the AI will come in handy.
She's,
So true. So true.
can technology fully replace?
So good morning to Mr. Stephen Chu,
Good
our
morning,
program director.
Stephen.
Thanks, Steve,
No,
for
but I-
spotting
The-
FD
The hatless.
not
FD.
putting his hat on.
Terrible. I'm sorry. I didn't realize
I
it
say
was
that should be a
mandatory.
fine right
Oh,
there.
you shut up, you. Everything is a fine to you.
I'm just setting up my Responder app.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
but
not
but
too
you know,
hard
but
to-
thinking about this technology and a dietitian, I think there's some things where, I mean, technology may be faster, it may be stone cold accurate,
Yeah.
but you lose that
The human
that
touch.
human touch, which is so necessary sometimes. You know,
Yeah, but sometimes, people seem to dislike other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels that way
No,
now.
but
you
I
know?
think also like a lot of people are becoming so distant from human touch because you're constantly in your phones
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
everything is done on your phone. You're
Yeah,
shopping, you're finding love, your delivery of food, you're training you for an instrument and all that. So people are just stuck in there, and why would they need to communicate or socialize with a person when the AI is not going to talk back to them?
Yeah, it doesn't-
Everything,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no attitude there.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it's the way
I don't
it's
have
going.
to converse. I just follow.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sounds horrible. I heard this a few weeks ago on a radio station here in Singapore. They were using AI for the news.
Oh,
I think
they were testing it
during
or
certain times of the day,
Oh, right,
they were actually
okay.
using an AI voice.
did it sound robotic?
Oh, it
sounds
Awful,
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Good morning, Bibi.
Morning,
terrible.
baby.
Oh, she's out again. okay.
out again.
Yeah.
It's really horrible sounding.
I don't like when people do it on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
So what you do is you just type the words that you want in, right? And then the bot will read it for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that you don't have to read it yourself.
And
or
it's
talk.
literally
I
a
don't
bot.
like it. I
Yeah.
don't like it at
No.
all.
I saw a demo of a radio show done using an AI voice.
Yeah.
And literally, there is absolutely no emotion in what is being said.
I think things like our jobs will not be replaced by AI.
You can't.
You know, we will use technology to
Yeah.
our best advantage for things like our live streaming and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
not to
I
replace.
mean, you never know. I mean, eventually, we're a dying breed, seriously.
Yeah, I think
Not many people want to be radio presenters anymore.
but it's not for the lack of the stations being out there. It's for the lack of people listening to the stations. They're listening to it on other means like your Spotify's, your Apple Music, and all that. They're listening to that because they can curate what they want and what they like.
I
all
think
the
that
time.
I tend to. I think that is just a segment
Oh.
of that is just a segment of the audience. I think there is especially in our time belt. There's a large segment
Yes.
that wants
We
interaction.
can now hear you.
Hi,
Finally! Finally.
Yes, now we have
I was
Bibi.
thinking just now. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Oh, we're gonna go straight back on air soon.
And we'll go straight into it, okay?
Yeah.
Is that really you, BB, or is that a bot?
Funny, I was watching the Stepford Wives the other day.
Oh, right. I haven't seen it yet.
The one
you know?
with Nicole Kidman.
Yes, yeah.
I've
Oh,
never
there's only one,
watched it.
right?
I've never
No, there
watched
was
the
an
Stepford Wives.
old version.
Oh, the original version,
original.
right?
I
yeah.
haven't watched
I
that.
haven't
You
watched
should
it.
watch it.
I do
Is
want
it
to
good?
watch
Awesome.
Good show.
it. Okay.
Love it.
I'll watch
okay.
it. I watched The Woman
Very
King.
good.
Oh, my goodness, so
Bette
good.
Midler is in it as well.
Yeah, Woman.
The
King's
Woman
good.
King was very
Oh,
good.
Woman King was really,
Really
good.
good.
That's
Really,
very
really good.
Very good.
My favorite brothers, Jonas Brothers, with Summer Baby. What?
No, I'm just wondering which other brothers do you have?
My favorite brothers.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, right. Which
Okay.
other Bros? Yeah.
Oh, Bros. There you go.
The Paul brothers.
The Poe brothers.
Poe
They're very
brothers.
known. They're a golf family here in
Oh,
Singapore.
okay, okay.
I had the Tan brothers over on the weekend.
Did
The
you?
Tan
They
brothers,
changed my
huh?
gas, yeah. Tan bros.
Okay, anyway. We've got Bibi Chia next. Good morning. Bibi Chia is our principal dietitian. Hi, Bibi.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And why are we talking about robots replacing you this morning? Why?
Well, because recently I have been requested to do a rules-based elimination for foods for different groups of people, and eventually it will be used to replace my advice. My one-to-one advice. So if you're able to tell us, your age, gender, health conditions, and what would you like to achieve, your likes and dislikes, and the more information you give to us, the more accurate the dietary advice that we can provide to you.
My goodness, so you're going to have to think of all the questions that have even never been asked, because the more, like you said, the more you have, the more accurate it is, right?
Yes, I guess it's a little bit with experience. I've seen patients for 20 years. I think we have we have answered as many different questions as possible, and that we're going to use that to be able to generate dietary advice for people. And so, yeah, one day I'll be jobless.
No, but doesn't that mean that the more dire situations would come to you, the less dire situations could go to technology, right? So you would have more time to deal with the more seriously affected people.
You are right. And also it could take up less time per consultation, which means proper consultation can be faster, but also at a lower cost. It doesn't mean it's less accurate. In fact, before somebody comes in, we have to do a lot of calculations to see what that person needs before prescribing the diet.
Is this something you support or you object to? I mean, would you rather see your patients face to face, or you fully want to take advantage of the technology?
I would prefer to use technology, and I think it's better for patients as well, especially those who find it very inconvenient to come to the hospital, let's say. And what about in between visits? You want to be able to hold their hand and still check and monitor your patients. And so definitely using tech would benefit both the practitioner as well as the patient.
Okay.
I feel like doing an experiment with the help of Bibi.
Yeah, what?
Bibi, I'm a very lazy guy when it comes to cooking and stuff like that. I mean, nothing to do with AI here. Okay. So I was thinking, I'm 81 kilograms right now. Okay. I want to lose about 5 to 6 kilos, right? Which should be quite easy, actually, if I were a little bit more disciplined.
Yes.
But I think the problem with me is I hate cooking.
Okay.
And I end up, ordering stuff that I think is healthy, but not really healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I can work out something with you, because many people out there who can cook, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can cook for me.
Order, yes.
Be an
Meal
order
plans.
or something like that. Yeah. And in 2 months or 3 months, I'll be right here saying, look, after eating what was prescribed, what was designed for me, I have lost 10 kilograms.
Well, that's what Bibi does, right? She works out diet plans, and I'm sure you work with people who can cater as well, right?
Yeah, so I do work with companies who supply food to people with different dietary requests, and that so it's calculated and prescribed by myself. Yes, so we actually can use these services in between days that you don't want to cook, and also maybe have different strategies in place, such as where to order from that's healthier, something that's on Grab or Grab Food or Food Panda that's healthier near your place, but also use a combination of food delivery service. Sometimes you make a simple salad, and sometimes you're fasting.
Fasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll work something out, Bibi.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't fit into my tight leather pants anymore. I tried last night.
I think it's because leather pants went out in 2020.
Well,
so,
at least
yeah.
you're not like me. I took out my pants the other day and they spoke to me and said, "Get away."
Oh, no!
Okay, up next, Zed featuring Foxes. This is Clarity on Kiss 92.
Don't fit into your clothes. Let your clothes
Let's
fit
fit you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't try and fit into your clothes. Your clothes have to fit
it's
you.
a bad
But
Buy a
then,
bigger
if I
pair
try
of
and
leather
fit
pants.
into that clothes, then I'll get back to that time.
Bibi.
It's like,
Bibi, this thing about you coming up with these questions that have to be answered and all this for technology to do what you do, when do you really see that being a norm? Is it already in practice?
Yeah, I think so. In fact, there are many patients who come in already have some form of an app that is providing them dietary advice as to how much calories they are having at the moment and what they should be having instead. And so it's already happening. It's just that maybe it's less and less, it's more and more personalized moving forward, which would include the patient's health status. So say if you're diabetic versus you're not, your dietary plan would be a little bit different. and also it can combine if you do have access to your blood works, and if you put that into the system, it will also tell you, where you should be going or in what direction you should be going.
Are these apps local or foreign? Because I always worry about the composition of the Asian body compared to the composition of the Western body.
So it does take into consideration whether you are Asian or not, so that you can then use a different set of BMI. And frankly, the foods we eat should still be the same, apart from certain apps have more Asian type foods. So one of the applications that, or I would say the dashboard that I'm helping to build that includes local foods is Emily. So the last time I spoke about Emily is about their gut health test. So after you've done your gut health test, you get a report that tells you what to eat. And in there, the database does have Asian foods because essentially it's a Southeast Asia's largest and first gut microbiome company. We have to also have Asian-focused food items in there to recommend to people.
But how dangerous are these apps? Because I know of someone who wanted to go on a diet and downloaded an app off the App Store, the place, or whatever store it was, just maybe randomly, and then they went on a fasting of like something like, I don't know how many hours, X amount of hours, and only ate 600 calories a day. Okay, the person lost weight. The person lost weight, nice and not skinny, but, significant weight was lost. But how healthy is it? And how can we trust the apps to do the right thing?
I think first of all is to understand who are the people who has developed it. Interestingly, we don't look at these things. Of course, the more reliable the developers, the better. And who's on the board? Are they medically, certified, trained, etc. But also, some of these apps may be targeted at different groups of people. So the person that's looking for fasting was already in their mind wanting to do fasting, and so they look for apps like that. And so it's a little bit of awareness at first to say, look, if you want to fast, what kind of fasting are you doing? Is it going to be dangerous? 600 calories sounds like a very low calorie diet following a fast. Yeah.
Okay, hold on, Bibi. We'll go back on air, okay? 600 calories.
Yeah.
I think that's what I need to do.
Yeah. 600 calories.
600 calories.
Anyone would lose weight.
No one needs to do it.
Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. Our second guest for this morning is Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian. And Angel, you just brought up something which I think is very, very important to highlight, that we need to be careful when we go on a diet.
Yeah.
Be it advice from maybe something you've seen on an app.
Or the internet.
Yeah. There are a lot of trending diets out there.
Yeah, or even TikTok or Instagram, because, as soon as you start searching it on the internet, those are the ads that will pop up, and the algorithms will read that that's what you're looking for. So you're very highly influenced by what you see. And I know of someone, as I said on the Big Show TV, that went on a fast and then only consumed 600 calories a day to be able to lose weight. And this was because the app told them to do so.
Wow. Bibi, 600 calories, is that healthy?
Well, for some people, if they take 600 calories, they may feel okay the first day, but continuously eating such low calories may make you feel weak, you can't exercise, and it's not sustainable. So I highly, highly don't recommend a very, very low calorie diet unless you are followed up by a professional where that is part of the plan. And there are some plans out there called the 5-2 diets. So 5 days you would eat, like a healthy, regular person. And then for 2 days you eat very low calories. And that's in between the week. So you're not continuously on a very low calorie diet, which I don't recommend.
Yeah, but I think it's the lesser of two evils, right? You see, you consume 600 calories, and then most people, who are in a bad spot, may be consuming 6,000 calories.
Yeah.
So, rather than 6,000 calories, I'd rather go with 600
600.
calories.
Yeah, but that's
600 calories you can still fit through the door.
That is true.
But
that
with-
600 calories is also going to depend on what condition your body is in.
and
right?
also what those 600 calories are made up
Made of.
of, right? Like
Yeah.
what kind of food. But it can't be healthy for your insides. Just because you've lost weight doesn't mean you're healthy.
No, you could be, we call it fat but skinny.
Fat but
Fat but
skinny.
skinny.
So you want to lose weight healthy, you want to eat, highly nutritious foods, nutritionally dense foods, which means you're still getting all your vitamins, your minerals. You want to get enough fiber in your diet as well. Just not overdoing anything. If you want to start with a fasting, maybe you want to try with the intermittent fasting of 16 hours of fasting and then 8 hours of eating. So that's quite moderate versus, a week of not eating anything at all, just surviving on water, because you never know, some people may get very, very weak, they may faint, and so it can be dangerous as well. So do take note of the different interesting diet that you see online and see if there's any signs to it and find out if it's going to be bad for your health before you start.
And you say find out, meaning ask a professional before you start on any diet, right?
Yes, find out from a professional or read up on reliable websites, whether it's from a university or from a hospital or from a public health, web page versus something that is written by just randomly anybody. So
A blogger.
take a look at the article.
Once again, everyone, download the My Responder app.
Yeah.
Because anyone who's on 600 calories a day,
It's going to pass out at some point.
yes, exactly.
Stop it!
You follow them around and
On
get
the
ready to use
pavement,
the app.
boom! 600 calories
Yeah,
a day, my
crazy.
goodness.
That's like one M&M, isn't it?
Yeah, just about.
I feel dizzy just talking about it.
I know.
Okay, anyway, I've already got my lunch all planned out. Right? Today I'm having sea urchin and scallop pasta
Wow.
with a pint of lager. How about
Okay,
that?
that's
Oh, very good. The calorie count's
so
brilliant.
it's about 6,000.
Yeah. And right after that, I'm going to give you a call, Bibi, because, I want to lose 6 kilograms. Okay, we've been speaking to our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bibi.
Bye.
Thank you, and see you next Monday.
See ya. Bye-bye. This has been The Big Show.